there is any place in the world to take shelter, any place to take refuge, it is only the feet of the Lord. Man bows because of selfishness, bows because of fear, and bows because of affection. These three reasons are of bowing and salutation. The world bows because of selfishness. If there is more strength, then it bows because of fear. But in front of God, no selfishness, no fear, they only bow because of affection. There are 4 ways to get something: from affection, from qualification, from emotion, and the 4th is from helplessness. A thing can be sought from the Lord in 4 ways. Someone goes with his qualification, I am worthy. One gets from affection, I am their servant, please Lord, and Thakurji pleases. But God gives from feeling. God does not think of attachment. God does not think of worthiness. God gives only by thinking of his own form. Prabhu is situated in his own form, compassionate and gives charity. Whenever you go to God, God never opens the books of accounts. Because God is not the one who punishes, he is the one who forgives. God never counts sins. God never gives the fruits of karma. So if God kills anyone, he does not send him to heaven or hell. Because heaven and hell are the based on result of karma, God is the one who salvaged them. Whenever you hear in the story that Krishna killed Kansa and redempts him, Rama killed Ravana and redempts him, it did not say that they were thrown into hell. And you see Duryodhana, it is written in the Mahabharata, he went to heaven. Because fighting in the battlefield, he died like a Kshatriya. He done all his duties. Even though he was a sinner, he died because of his duties. Prabhu accepts the lives gracefully. Salutation is done to that Sri Krishna. Shukadevji has been saluted in the 2nd verse. Who is the main speaker of this Bhagavata? An excellent speaker.
Yam pravrajantam anupetam apeta krityam dvaipayano virahkar taryajuhava putreti tanmayataya tarvobhinedum tam sarvabhutaradayam munimanatosmi yam pravrajantam anupetam apeta krityam.
Salutations done to Shukadevji, who is Shukadevji, son of Vyasaji, the excellent speaker of Bhagavad. The story of his birth comes in both Devi Bhagavata and Kaushiki Samhita. One is Aranyapatra and one is Shukadevji, whose stories follow. There is a famous story. Parvatiji came to Mahadevji and said, I accept birth and death and why you unbirth and immortal. If we are husband and wife, then we should be equal. Mahadevji said that, I do Nitya Amrit. What is Amrit? This Katha is Amrit. And therefore I do not have to fall into the cycle of birth and death. Death, I am half of you, so half should be mine too. Please tell that to me too. Mahadevji clapped 3 times and the whole place became deserted. Animals, insects, creature, birds, all went away. Mahadevji sat under the tree, Parvatiji sat below. He said that this is the story of Samadhi language. I will sit in Samadhi and tell, keep humming so that I know you are listening. Mahadevji sat in the Samadhi, Parvatiji doing humming, and fell asleep. But under the tree under which Mahadevji was telling the story, Parrot had laid an egg. The baby was ready to hatch. Due to the influence of the story, the egg hatched and the chick came out, and chick started listening to the story. The parrot's chick. He thinks in his mind, people hear the story of Bhagavad at the end of their life. How lucky I am that the first words of Bhagavad fell into my ears as soon as I was born. And so that I will not be deprived of such a divine story, as Parvatiji used to humming. But now she has fallen asleep. If he knew that the story will stop, then he came flying and sat on Parvatiji's lap. Parrot has habits of speaking whatever he heard. Then he began to give hums like the ones that Parvatiji used to give. And that's why if you fall asleep in the story, don't worry too much. It is a very ancient tradition. And because Parvatiji has gone to sleep, the story has reached to us. Would you have found it if she were awake? That's why some people sleep gives others benefit. Because if they are awake, something disturbance created by them. And that's why I often say, even if you fall asleep in the story will wake you up. Like, sitting in a boat and going from one shore to another, you sleeps in the boat, but still it takes you to the other shore. This boat is meant for liberation. Even if you sleep here, you will be liberated. Because you have slept, but the story is awakened. And by entering in every particle of you, it will bless your soul. The medicine still works if you sleeps. And the doctor also says, take medicine and go to sleep. It says so that the medicine works. Shuk was listening. Mahadevji opened his eyes. He saw that the story fell into the hands of an unauthorized person, so he took out the trishul. And Shuk started flying. Mahadevji runs behind, stop, stop. And the Shuk was flying. In front of him, it was Vyasji's ashram. Vyas's wife opened the mouth, and he entered through the mouth, to the womb. And Shukdevji stayed there for 16 years. Vyas's wife got changed. Mahadevji thought that, even if it is gone at right place. He went back to Kailash. Time has passed. Vyasji pleads, who are you? Please, get appear here. A voice came from inside. I will be appear but on one condition. If God comes here and promises me that his trap will never hurt me, only then I will come out. Lord came and promised, you will never hurt by my traps. As Prabhu leaves, Sukdevji appeared at the place and ran away from home.
Yam prabrajantam vrajgatau dhatau.
Prefix means asceticism. He took asceticism and ran away.
Yam prabrajantam anupetam apeta.
How was he? Even the first rites have not been performed. Where there is disorder, there is a need for rites. If there is no disorder, then what is the need for rites? And there is no desire to get anything.
Anupet apeta krityam.
He is satisfied with soul. He is Digambar. 16 years of youth, eyes like lotus petals, has a huge chest, arms and legs, blonde hair, and running. Such a holy man. Every Brahmin has 4 knots, in Chanti, in Dodi, in Pathai, and in Janoi. But this one is free from all these 4 knots. Not Chanti, not Pathai, not Janoi, not Pathai. He is in Digambar state.
Anupetam apeta krityam dvaipayano virah katar ajuhav. Dvaipayano Vyasji.
And because of the separation from son shouts,
Aputreti tanmayataya tarabo vinedu.
Shouts son and ran after him. And Shukdevji does not even look back. But the trees all around does.
ए हली हली ने मानो णद अव्यक्ते शब्दे तरवो भिनेदु णद अव्यक्ते अव्यक्त रूपे समझावा लाग्या.
The trees seem to say to Vyasji, look at us. Palm, sun, rain, we bear everything. But we don't eat the fruit that falls on us, we hand it over to the society. Like this, Vyasji, the fruit of your penance is Shukdevji. Don't be enamored and please dedicate him to the welfare of the society. And it is said,
Sarvabhut hridayam munimanatosmi.
Shukdevji is omnipresent, he see God in everything. Some nymphs were taking a bath. It didn't matter if Shukdevji came there, but when Vyasji came, they put on their clothes. Vyasji got angry. You feel ashamed when a aged like me comes, and nothing feel when a young man comes. The nymphs say, forgive us, Mahatma. Even though you are aged, there is so much difference in your mind that this is a woman and this is a man. But your son does not see anything other than God. He sees only God in every particle.
Eva sarvabhut hridayam muni ele mananashila munihi.
One who constantly meditates on the Lord's name in the Lord's form is called a rishi.
मंत्रद्रष्टारः ऋषयः.
Who is called rishi? He who sees the mantras in meditation is called rishi. If he contemplation, he is called muni.
एवं सर्वभूत हृदयम्.
Salutations to Shukdevji who sees God in everything. Father salutes the son. In the path of devotion, one does not grow by age, one grows by spirit. That is why when calculating the path of devotion, do not count by age, do not count by tools, do not count by wealth, do not count by strength and position. I always say, if you go to Bethakji, don't insist that I do it first. Those who do more service, whose hands are used more in service of God, in simple language, those hands which Thakurji knows, it should be done with such hands, and we should lay hands on them. Through them Mahaprabhuji is accepting my jari. Mahaprabhuji and Thakurji are not interested in things, they are interested in hands. By which hands I got, by which hand I got served, by which hand is it filled, he is only interested in it. That's why, without keeping the importance of the thing, without keeping the importance of person, position, and status, keep the importance of service and spirit, bring to front those people who are serving more, who are more devotional. And if it is done by him, by his grace, and because he is dear to Thakurji, your serve will also be accepted. Else there are many things come and many goes. So what is lacking to Thakurji, whose temple has a well of ghee and oil? He will be satisfied with a sweet. But yes, Thakurji does.
ताही अहिर की छोहरिया छछिया भर छाछ पे नाचन जाए. शेष महेश गणेश दिनेश सुरेश जाई निरंतर ध्यावे. जाई अनादि अखंड अनंत अछेद अभेद सुवेद बतावे. नारद से सुख जाहि रटे पचिहाई तो पार न पावे. ताही अहिर की छोहरिया छछिया भर छाछ पे नाचन जाए.
After filling a vessel with buttermilk, the gopis say, Lalan, you want to drink this buttermilk? Yes, I want to drinking. Gopi says, it's very sweet, it's very sweet. We don't give you like this, first show us the dance. And the one who makes dance the Trialoka dances in the courtyard of the gopis, and the gopis drink buttermilk to him. Think what he lacks of. Nothing. It lacks the spirit of the gopis. It needs the hands of the gopis. And when the gopi gives, the Lord accepts. After saluting Sukdevji, Vyasji started saying, it's 7 o'clock. So let's take today's Katha to a break. Tomorrow our Katha will start again at sharp 4 o'clock. So be sure to come on time, so that by sowing the flow of the Katha in this way, we can reach the shelter green, and make this divine Katha of Bhagwat heart pounding, self-satisfied and become the authority of grace. Giving a break to today's Katha.
बोलो गोवर्धन नाथ की जय. वल्लभाधीश की जय. श्याम सुंदर श्री यमुने महारानी की जय. भागवत भगवान